Well, holy flippity flip flop flapping smokes, everyone. We've just got new breaking news information with Twitter Files Leaks 2.0 showing us how deep the cover up goes, and people, it's even worse than we thought. Last week, Elon Musk worked with journalist Matt Taibbi to leak information from Twitter, from the Twitter files, about how we got proof that Twitter was suppressing certain information with the Hunter Biden laptop story. We also got more proof that Katie Hobbs, the governor in Arizona, actually sent requests through to Twitter requesting certain accounts to be deleted or certain posts being blocked. And we got more and more information about how Twitter and the government, or more the Democratic Party, has been working hand in hand to censor their opponents and to censor critical information. But this was information we already knew, or us conspiracy theorists already knew, and the mainstream media was still in denial about. But we're hoping to get more and more deeper information. But there was silence for the past few days when there was meant to be more and more Twitter files leaked. But people, the silence has been broken, and we've found out there's been a former FBI employee that was working at Twitter that was trying to sabotage the whole information and trying to destroy all evidence of these Twitter files. So again, people, this is breaking news information about what's really going on. This is very juicy information. So let's not waste any time, everyone. Let's get straight into the news and the facts. So look at this, everyone. My jaw hit the floor. Musk fires Twitter FBI Russiagate lawyer over vetting debacle. So that's right, everyone. Twitter had a former FBI attorney working with them to suppress information. And this man's past, or this FBI attorney's past, goes very, very deep indeed. Elon Musk announced on Tuesday that former FBI attorney James Baker, who came to Twitter to serve as Deputy General Counsel, has been fired after vetting recently released evidence of Twitter's election interference unbeknown to Musk. So this is absolutely crazy, everyone. We have a former FBI attorney that was working with Twitter that was sabotaging the information that Elon Musk didn't even know about. So this shows how deep this rabbit hole goes, and who knows how much important information he's already destroyed. But let's keep reading, everyone. It gets worse. In light of concerns about Baker's possible role in suppressing of information important to the public dialogue, he was exited from Twitter today, Musk wrote on Twitter, replying to a December 4th Jonathan Turnley article shedding light on the relationship between Twitter, Biden scandals, and Baker. So this is the journalist that has been breaking this story here, everyone, Matt Taibbi. And he says here, 6 degrees from James Baker, a familiar figure re-emerges with the release of the Twitter files, Jonathan Turnley. And we can see this reply here from Elon Musk that he has been exited from Twitter today, thank goodness. Journalist Matt Taibbi, who dropped the Twitter files last Friday, detailing how Twitter executives went behind CEO Jack Dorsey back to interfere in the 2020 US election by censoring the Hunter Biden laptop story. So that's right, everyone. Remember people that posted on Twitter in 2020 about the Hunter Biden laptop story? Well, they had their accounts deleted, they had their posts censored, and they were called crazy conspiracy theorists. Well, again and again and again, these so-called conspiracy theorists just tend to be 12 to 24 months ahead of the curve. And really, we're not conspiracy theorists. We're just people that pay attention and question things. Because unfortunately, you're taught in life not to question things. You go to school, don't question the teacher, don't question the principal. You go to university, don't question the professor. You go to work, don't question your boss. We're taught time and time again in society to not question authority. But us conspiracy theorists, we're people that like to question things and like to go a bit deeper, find out why should we do this? Why are these people pushing this agenda down our throat? We like to know the truth. But unfortunately, many people, they just like to go through life, not question anything. They like to just watch their football, eat their food, talk about stuff that's not really important at all with their friends, and not question anything. And this is who the mainstream media and the government elite love. According to Taibbi, Baker was involved in vetting information without the knowledge of management. He tweeted here on Friday, the first installment of the Twitter files was published here. We expect to publish more over the weekend. Many wondered why there was a delay. That's right. Why was there a delay? Well, I think we know now. We can now tell part of the reason why on Tuesday, Twitter Deputy General Counsel and former FBI FBI General Counsel Jim Baker was fired. Among the reasons, vetting the first batch of the Twitter files without knowledge of new management. So how exactly did they produce these Twitter files? The process for producing the Twitter files involved in delivery to two journalists, Barry Wes and me, Matt Taibbi, via a lawyer close to new management. However, after the initial batch, things became complicated. Over the weekend, while we both dealt with obstacles to new searches, it was Barry Wes who discovered that the person in charge of releasing the files was someone named Jim. When she called to ask Jim's last name, the answer came back Baker. And people, his jaw hit the floor because he knew who this person was. The first batch of files both reporters received was marked Spectra Baker email. This story just gets crazier and crazier, everyone. The news that Baker was reviewing the Twitter file surprised everyone involved, to say the least. New Twitter chief Elon Musk acted quickly to exit Baker Tuesday. Reporters resumed searches to Twitter files material, a lot of it today. The next installment of the Twitter files will appear at Barry Wes. Stay tuned. Well, people are saying, was he asked to explain himself? And this is Elon Musk's reply. Yes, his explanation was unconvincing. And this person replied here, which I thought was quite funny. His explanation was, I still work for the FBI. Musk has known for a while that Baker was a bad actor, and they presume he was looking for the right moment to cut him loose. This person tweeted here, Twitter lawyer Jim Baker, when general counsel of the FBI, personally arranged a meeting between the FBI and Michael Sussman. In this meeting, Sussman presented fabricated evidence in the Alpha Bank matter. He tagged Elon Musk, this is who is inside Twitter. He facilitated the fraud, he alleges. And Musk replied, this sounds pretty bad. It doesn't sound pretty bad, everyone. It sounds like full-on corruption at its core. Now, many people are starting to worry for Elon Musk's safety, and he recently had an interview or a Q&A on Twitter Square, and he released some things which were quite shocking. So look at this, everyone. Elon Musk declares he's not suicidal in bizarre Q&A where he discusses potential retaliation for the Twitter file leaks. And he claims the chances of him being taken out are quite significant following his controversial decision. So that's right, everyone. I am very worried for Elon Musk's safety right now. We see what's happened with, smaller influential political figures. We saw what happened with Tim Pool. He's been getting swatted again and again and again lately. He's had people show up to his house. He's had confrontations at his house because people don't like his political opinion. And this is only going to be even worse for Elon Musk if he's dropping real bombshells and leaking real damning information like this. But you know what's even worse than this is a White House response. Look at this, everyone. So White House finally breaks its silence on the Hunter Biden Twitter files, only to call it a distraction and old news. Elon Musk just wants to divert attention away from the site's hate and disinformation. So that's right, everyone. They're saying, look, it's just a distraction. Well, no, people, it's not a distraction at all. This is exposing the Democratic Party and the Biden administration's campaign corruption, and also their collusion and working with Twitter. And I'm shocked with the answer. Well, this corruption is old news. We've been corrupt forever. Why are you even talking about it? See how they're just trying to normalize it now, everyone? Imagine if someone, committed a crime 10, 20 years ago and they said, well, look, don't worry. Yeah, I killed that guy, but, I killed him 20 years ago. That's old news. Don't worry about it anymore. Because we all know people saying mean things on Twitter is much worse than government corruption. But back to these Twitter File 2.0 leaks. As thousands of Twitter documents are released on the company's infamous censorship program, much has been confirmed about the use of the back channels by Biden and Democratic officials to silence critics on the social media platform. However, one familiar name immediately popped up out in the first batch of documents released through journalists Matt Taibbi and James Baker. For many, James Baker is fast becoming the Kevin Bacon of the Russian collusion scandal. That's right, everyone. I did a video previously on leaked documents that confirmed and proved that these government officials, they have these back doors to these social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and they can go in and request certain posts or certain accounts be deleted. Even Mark Zuckerberg himself has admitted this on the Joe Rogan podcast, that the FBI did come to him to say, look, there's going to be some Russian propaganda about the election, and to be vigilant, and when the information comes down, censor it and suppress it immediately. But you know what's even more worrying, everyone? The mainstream media isn't covering this story at all. And now they're even outright, making fun of it, trying to say, that this is a nothing burger, there's nothing to worry about with these Twitter leaks. They're saying, it's all stupid, silly nonsense. Well, the mainstream media is losing whatever credibility they had left. And it is so obvious how biased they are and how they're working, hand in hand with the government, how they're pretty much like state mouthpieces like what we see in China with their state media. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. And again, this is just another win for the so-called conspiracy theorist. They were right, we were right again. But what do you think about this, everyone? It's going to be very interesting to see what other information is released over the coming days. I'll definitely keep you updated. So let me know your thoughts down below. Now, for my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.